So we're going to take a look now where you've got two brackets multiplied together. Alright, so this will be, to go back to the numbers, this will be something like 5 plus 2 times 4 plus 3. So the last time we just had a single number out the front and we thought of it as a rectangle, so we can still think of it as a rectangle, except this time it's broken into 4 bits. So let's say we'll put the 5 and the 2 here, and we'll put the 4 and the 3 here. Doesn't make a difference. You can put the 5 and the 2 across the top and the 4 and the 3 down the side. It makes no difference. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to get the area of each of these bits separately. So the first bit is 5 by 4. So 5 4s are 20. The next bit here, that's a height of 5 and a width of 3. So 5 by 3, so that's 15. The next bit here is a height of 2 and a width of 4. So that's 2 by 4 is 8. And the last bit has a height of 2 and a width of 3. So that's 2 by 3 is 6. So altogether, the whole area is 20 plus 15 plus 8 plus 6. And if you add them all together, I think you get 35 and 8 42, 49. Okay. Well, if we go back up to the top, we should be able to work this out anyway using BIMDAS. So 5 and 2 is 7. 4 and 3 is 7. So work out what's in each of the brackets first, and then there's no sign, you multiply, so 7 by 7 is 49. So we get the same answer. Okay? And it makes sense, we have to get the same answer. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do this with x's. So let's take an example, like let's say x plus 7 into 2x plus 1. Okay. So let's draw out the field. So break it up. Across the top here, let's say that's x and 7. Let's say that's 2x and that's 1. Alright, let's move it up there a bit. So this isn't the best proportion field, but we'll make do. So the area of this little bit of the field is 2x times x. So 2x by x, 2 by that's 1x, remember, so 2 by 1 is 2, x by x is x squared. This bit of the field is 2x by 7, so 7 2s are 14, there's nothing else there, so that's 14x. The size of this bit of the field is 1 by x, so that's 1x, or just x. The size of this bit of the field is 1 by 7, which is 7. So altogether, we are looking at the whole size of this field being 2x squared plus 14x plus x plus another 7. And there are two like terms in there. There's the 14x and the 1 more x. Alright? So altogether here I have two terms with x in them. And altogether they add up to 15x. So my answer here is going to be 2x squared plus 15x plus 7. Alright, and unfortunately you can't make it any simpler than that. That is the answer to this question. Okay? 2x squared plus 15x plus 7. Let's just have a look at what we did. We multiplied the x, we'll say, by the 2x. Alright, so let's come back up here and let's draw in an arrow for each of the multiplications we did, like we did the last time, when it was simpler. So we multiplied the x by the 2x. We also multiplied the x by the 1. So we multiplied the x by the 1. Alright? So that's this side of the field. And on this side of the field, we multiplied the 7 by the 2x. So I'm going to draw arrows under now so that we don't kind of have arrows crossing each other. So we multiplied the 7 by the 2x. And then we multiplied, down here, we multiplied the 7 by the 1. And we added up those 4 bits. So when you've got two brackets, you're going to see this kind of a pattern. We're going to multiply the x by the second bracket. So what we're doing is we're multiplying the x by the 2x and the x by the 1. That's giving me the size of this part of the field. And then we multiply the 7 by the 2x and the 7 by the 1. That's giving me the area of this part of the field. And then we add the two together. Alright, so we have x by 2x, x by 1, 7 by 2x, and 7 by 1. So they're each of the 4 compartments, we'll say, that the field was divided into. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to try one now with a minus in it. We might just try it with numbers just to check that it does work, and then we're going to try one with letters, and then we'll be able to multiply out brackets. Once you can multiply 2 brackets, you can really multiply any number of brackets with any number of things in them. So let's try 4 minus 2 times 7 minus 3. Okay, so let's have a look at this. So let's put the 4 and the minus 2. So 4 here, minus 2 here, 7 here, minus 3 here. Okay. So to get the areas with 4 by 7, which is 28. For this one, we've minus 2 by 7, which is minus 14. This one here, we've got 4 by minus 3. 4 by minus 3, which is minus 4 3s are 12, so minus 12. And over here, just be careful of the signs, we've got minus 3 by minus 2. No harm to put a bracket on that. And a minus by a minus is a plus, so this is plus 6. So all together here, when we add them up, we're looking at 28 minus 14 minus 12 plus 6. So 28 and 6, the 2 plus numbers, add to 34, minus 14 minus another 12 is minus 26, and I think that's equal to 8. So we can check our answer to see that we get the right answer. We can go back up to the start, do a bit of BIMDAS. So 4 minus 2 is 2, 7 minus 3 is 4, and 2 4s is indeed 8. So we got the right answer. Now, this is a way longer way of doing it when you've just got numbers. That's fine. We would never do it this way when we just have numbers. But we will do it this way when we've letters, because we don't have a shorter way. Right? With numbers, we can work out this, we can work out this, we can just multiply them together. We don't have that option when we got letters. So let's try one here. So let's say 6x minus 3 times 2x minus 4. You could have a plus here, you could have a minus here. You can kind of have any kind of signs really, or there can be any kind of signs that they like in the question. So let's break this up. So let's say 6x minus 3, 2x minus 4. So 6x minus 3, 2x minus 4. We're off the page again. So let's come up there. Alright. So we have 6x, we've minus 3 here, we've 2x, we've minus 4 here. Alright, so it's really linked to 4, and then we're just going to be taking it away. That's essentially what's happening. So in here, we've got 2x times 6x, so 2 6s are 12. X times x is x squared. Over here, we've got minus 3 by 2x, so minus 3 by 2x. A minus by a plus is a minus. 3 by 2 is 6, and there's no other x's, just the one there, so it's just going to be x. Down here we've got minus 4 by 6x, so a minus by a plus is a minus. 4 6s are 24, and there's just the one x, so it stays as x. Here I've got minus 4 by minus 3, a minus by minus is a plus, and 4 and 3 is 12. So the answer that I have here, I'm going to add them all up, so I get 12x squared minus 6x minus 24x plus 12, just didn't fit on the line. And once again, I have two like terms. I've got minus 6x minus 24x. So altogether, that's minusing 30x. One thing people tend to get a little confused in is they say, oh, well, there's a minus and a minus, that makes a plus. Okay? When you're just adding things like this, you take away 6, you take away another 24, so that means you've taken away even more than that. So you've taken away 30. Alright? It's only when you're multiplying that you need to worry about a plus by a minus or a minus by a minus. So our answer here is going to be 12x squared minus 30x plus 12. And that's our That's our final answer for this question. Okay. Just to kind of show how we might have done it, and we're going to do one without the box. We'd say 6x by 2x, so that was that bit there. So we did 6x by 2x, then we did 6x by minus 4 down here. So 6x by minus 4. Then that was this half, or this part. Then we did this section, so we did minus 3 by 2x over here. So minus 3 by 2x, and then we did minus 3 by minus 4. That bit there. Alright, and the arrows mean multiply. So let's try doing one, and you can check it yourself if you want, using the field method. The last one we're going to do, and we're not going to use the field method, we're just going to use the arrows. So let's say 5x minus 3 times 7x, let's say plus 5, just to mix it up a little bit. So let's put in the arrows. So we're going to have 5x by 7x, we're going to have 5x by plus 5, we're going to have minus 3 by 7x, and minus 3 by plus 5. Alright, so first of all, 5x by 7x, 5 7s are 35, x by x is x squared. Okay, next we have 5x by plus 5, a plus by a plus is a plus, 5 5s are 25, x, there's no x term over here, so x just stays as x. So that's the 5x done. Alright, that's like getting the left hand part of the rectangle, of the big rectangle. Now we're getting the right hand part, the minus 3 part. So minus 3 by 7x. A minus by a plus is a minus. 3 by 7 is 21. There's no x's by x. Well, that's, the x doesn't change, so it's just x. And last of all, minus 3 by plus 5. A minus by a plus is a minus. 3 by 5 is 15. Alright. One line to go here. We gather the like terms together. Now just watch the signs here. I've got plus 25x, take away 21x. So if I have 25x's and I take away 21x's, I'll be left with 4x's. So my final answer here equals 35x squared plus, I might as well put in the plus there, just so that we are definitely not confused, plus 4x minus 15. And if you like, you can check using the fields that you do get the same answer.